Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are going to be talking about functions, also known as methods. Uh, Before you start the video, make sure to leave a like if you enjoy it, comment, subscribe, turn notification bell on, follow me on Twitter and ask me any questions there or in the comment section down below. I also leave Pastebin and the other old episodes down in the description. I suggest you check out those first in order to understand everything. And I'll also leave Pastebin and my Discord tag down below. Okay, let's get started. So in Java, all functions definitions must be inside a class, which is what we have here, and a example method is this. So this right here is a function or like a method, and so as you can see, oh wait, actually this part, public class hello world public static void used, and then you can just type whatever you want to do down here. So this right here is actually a function. So many of you have asked me, what does this mean? So used, I'm gonna start with it. Used is a defined method. It's a method that we put here. So whenever whenever we are whenever we use used, we can use it pretty much everywhere when we define used. So we can do a lot of stuff with used. However, it also depends on what used means. So yeah, static means that the method, like this method, belongs to the class hello world. So this belongs to the class main and not the instance of, no wait, this belongs to the class used and not like the instance of used. It's the same with this. We're gonna go over to here soon, but it's the same with this here, public static void main. Same with this, except that if you type main, for instance, here, that means that I can also type in main as a usage anywhere else, I believe, or yeah, you can do that. So this here is a class. So if you define main if you type main, or not main like that, but if you do something here with main, for instance, if you type main and new int, something like this, then it will be valid because we have typed it here. However, used, that does not have the same function, however. And we're gonna move on to void. Void means that the method doesn't return a value, and methods can return a single value in Java, and it has to be defined in the method declaration. However, you can use return like this and oh wait, this and this, like this, okay? to exit the method. And this method obviously doesn't get any arguments until we type all of this. But without this, we wouldn't have any and also here we wouldn't have like any arguments. If we would just remove this, this would just be this. So you have to do this in order to type in all of this. So this class is hello world, but can also, as you can see, public static void used. So used is a method that belongs to this. Main is a method that belongs to this, and I mean, if you type static, as I said, if you type static, it means that you can do it all over the place. But if you don't, that means you cannot. So I actually didn't see that we put static here. But if you type static here, it means that you can type the used method anywhere here. Okay, so I always like to say that arguments to Java methods are passed by value, although there might be some disagree with my choice of words. So I find this the best way to explain it and understand how it works exactly. So by value means that arguments are copied when the method runs. So that's what argument means. That something will be copied and the method will be run. Okay. So a bit of summary before we go to the example. Every Java method has to be within a class. Static methods belong to a class, while non-static methods belong to objects. All parameters to functions are passed by value. Primitives content is copied, while objects are not copied by, some would say, passed by reference. Okay. Right, let's take a look at my example. So what you will have to do is that you will have to go here, new, and then class, and then name it main, and like this, main, and finish. I cannot do this because I have already done this here. So you will probably get something else than this. But what I want you to do is type class student. So whatever you get on the third line here, remove it and type class student instead, and that. So now this is a class, and now we're going to have some functions or methods. So then we type in private string, first name and last name. So what I want to do with this is that I want it to be able to, I'm gonna show you just like this now. I'm gonna run I'm gonna run that. Yeah, like this. So I want it to say Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, Kevin Spacey. So this is now a string. So those are strings like this. We can use this like here, as you can see. So student. So here we have public student. So the student will be. I'm just gonna say why I'm using students. So student is because we have the class student, and we want, so these are our students, Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, and Kevin Spacey. These are our students that we will list. So like students in school, that's what I mean. Yes. So string, first name, string last name. It means that first they're gonna type in the first name and then they're gonna type in the last name because we put it in an order. So this dot first name will be the first name. This dot last name will be the last name. That's what it equals. And then we will do public void print full name, so it will print out the full name. And then we will also type this. This is really important. So what the system now, what print full name means, what this says here, public void print full name. This means that it will type out this. So this is the full name. This is this pretty much. So system out print on this dot first name plus and this dot last name. Okay, so you just go ahead and type everything we typed here, including those two here. And now we are going to move on to what we want it to be. So as you can see, now we have typed everything here. So student is now a class, but it's also, the class also has some information in here. So a student is now, will now show up the first name and last name. So we're gonna get a new student. So what you first do is public class main. Okay, so you can run it from anywhere pretty much, and public static void main, and then I had to type final string and args like this. So here we will type in student, as we had student there, and student equals new student. So as you say, the class student is what we define here. So this is the class student. Okay, so we want to now make a new student, and because we type first name, last name, and you see first name, last name, we will type Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman will be first name, last name. Now this is very useful if you want to make like a website, and if you want maybe a random generator or something, you can use it for that too, I believe. And you can make like a loop with this, I believe too. So I mean, you can combine a lot of things that we learned now, but this is what we are gonna do for now. So whatever you do with the knowledge I'm giving you, I just go for it. Do what you want to do. And we also made a new student, Brad Pitt, and new Kevin Spacey. So for students as students, so it will do s dot print full name. So it will, because we had print full name here, it will print out the full name. So it will print out Kevin Spacey, because those names, like those names are strings, but the strings have a link to this, to a student. So because we did all of this, this is what's gonna pop up. So let's run the program. I hope you understood everything. Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, Kevin Spacey. So that's how you do arguments and functions. Now you can do a lot of different stuff with it. You can do anything pretty much with this. I mean, we can actually, if we want, we can just go ahead and create another one if we want. You can create as many as you want. This, you can type in anomaly and then I can type in Papa no normally, and we'll save that, and now we can run it, and it will type in anomaly Papa normally as well, as you can see. So that's how it works. But as I said, you can do different things. It doesn't have to be a student specifically. It can be anything. Okay. So this is how you do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, turn the notification bell on. Follow me on Twitter. I leave Pastebin and old episodes down the link below, and my Discord tag as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.